Workplaces that prioritize mental well being, respect, safety, and dignity.
Workplace safety is not only physical, it is mental, it is emotional. Across our federation, many workers are carrying unseen burdens, stress, pressure, and uncertainty. Today's working environment is shaped by increasing demands, higher expectations, and longer working hours. Workplace
Minister Henderson said healthy work environments are essential to productivity and national development. She is encouraging employers and employees to work together to create safer and more supportive workplaces. Two new bills will be introduced when the National Assembly meets on Thursday. Prime Minister and Minister of Finance Dr. Terence Drew will introduce the Banking Amendment Bill 2026. Attorney General Garth Wilkin is also expected to introduce the Evidence Amendment Bill 2026. Officials say the legislation forms part of continued efforts to strengthen governance, transparency, and accountability. The sitting will be broadcast live on ZIZ radio and television from 10:30 in the morning, along with other participating platforms online. The Nevis Island Administration's Ministry of Tourism has launched a 2026 Bank of Nevis Limited Tourism Youth Congress with 9 students selected to compete. The students, drawn from Nevis's 3 secondary schools, are Ajani Hodge, Alison Gishard, and Jeremiah Adai from Gingerland Secondary School, Excellence Nisbet, Fantasia Stobie, and Rondre Daniel from Charlestown Secondary School, and Alexis Pert, Carissa Tyrrell, and Kayla Mendonca from Nevis International Secondary School. Premier Mark Brantley congratulated the students on their selection, describing their participation as a meaningful contribution to the island's most vital industry. The Tourism Youth Congress takes place on the 12th of May at 5 in the afternoon at the Nevis Performing Arts Center. And on the regional scene, the United States Coast Guard has offloaded more than $53 million worth of cocaine seized during operations in the Caribbean Sea and Eastern Pacific. Officials say approximately 7,050 pounds of cocaine were offloaded at Port Everglades in Florida following 2 separate interdictions at sea. The Coast Guard noted that most drug interdictions targeting the United States take place at sea, with operations aimed at disrupting transnational criminal networks. Officials also reported that more than 511,000 pounds of cocaine were seized in 2025, more than triple the agency's annual average. These efforts form part of a broader strategy to reduce the flow of illegal drugs and disrupt supply chains linked to organized crime. And Jamaica's Prime Minister Andre Holness is calling on contractors to expand their capacity as the government pushes to deliver 150,000 housing solutions. Speaking at the groundbreaking ceremony for the Galena housing development in St. Mary, Holness said contractors must invest in their skills, resources, and operations to keep pace with increased government capital spending. He noted that each year, a portion of the capital budget goes unspent due to projects not being completed, with contractor capacity a key factor. The Prime Minister said Jamaica needs a contracting sector capable of handling large projects and utilizing modern technology, with contractors expected to deliver at agreed prices, standards, and timelines. The National Housing Trust has partnered with Henan Fifth Construction Group Jamaica Limited for the Galena development, with a focus on skills transfer, technology sharing, and community development. On the international scene, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has praised soldiers who killed themselves to avoid capture while fighting alongside Russian forces in the war in Ukraine. In a speech during a memorial event in Pyongyang, Kim described those who carried out what he called self-blasting actions as heroes defending national honor. Reports indicate that North Korean troops have been deployed to support Russia's operations, with South Korean officials estimating that thousands have been sent to the front lines. Intelligence sources and defectors have previously claimed that soldiers were instructed to take their own lives rather than be captured. Kim also praised fallen troops, describing their action as examples of loyalty and sacrifice. The developments come amid growing cooperation between North Korea and Russia, including a defense agreement signed in 2024. And Russian paramilitary forces have launched airstrikes in Mali as rebel groups advance toward the capital, Bamako. Verified footage shows attack helicopters and missile strikes targeting rebel vehicles near the town of Kati, around 20 kilometers from Bamako. The strikes follow a major offensive by jihadist and separatist forces that reports say resulted in the death of Mali's defense minister during an attack on his residence. Thousands of fighters are said to have been involved in the coordinated assaults, marking a significant escalation in the country's long-running conflict. Despite the air response, Russian-backed forces have withdrawn from the northern city of Kidal, a strategic location previously held by government troops. Mali has been mired in conflict for more than a decade, with military leaders seizing power in 2020. And now for a look at the weather. Partly cloudy conditions are being observed across St. Kitts and Nevis at this hour, with generally calm weather in place. Winds are light from the east at around 8 miles per hour, while seas remain moderate at 1 to 1.5 meters or 3 to 5 feet. Today, expect partly sunny skies with a slight chance of a brief passing shower. Tonight will be fair to partly cloudy with cooler conditions setting in. Sunset this evening is set to be at around 6:30, with sunrise tomorrow at approximately 15 minutes before 6. And that brings us to the end of the Midday Major Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jasmine Thomas. God bless you.